Are you one of those people that goes to the gym and while you're working out, you take little mental notes about everybody's imperfections around you and judges them and then goes home and posts about it on Facebook? Or worse yet, are you one of those people that'll snap a picture and then make a comment about them on Facebook? Knock it off. Hey guys, John Conley from UncleJohnSoap.com. That was sort of tongue-in-cheek, but it does really piss me off. I was looking through Facebook real quick while I was taking a break and saw a post from Roth from Ocean 98 here in Ocean City, Maryland. Great little radio station, by the way. If you get a chance, go online and check it out. I believe it's ocean98.com. It should come right up, but great music, great working music, great bunch of guys over there. Anyway, JJ was talking about, he keeps his headphones and stays down in his own lane, does his own thing, gets his workout in and gets out. And he's talking mostly about people that go on social media and make these asinine, judgmental posts about people at the gym. I'm going to steal his post and do it in video form for you because I think it needs to be said. We shouldn't be judging people to begin with. It's not our business. None of us is any better than the next person. I don't care what anybody says. There's just too many people hating in this world, and I'm here to tell you to stop being a jerk. So let's start with this. That overweight guy that you see at the gym working out, you think it looks silly, you get a little chuckle out of the way they move when they're on the treadmill or the bicycle or lifting weights. Knock it off. What you may not know is, A, he's been battling weight problems his whole life. Maybe he's already lost 30, 40, 100 pounds, and he's on the right path, trying to get healthy. You don't know that person's situation. What you should notice is the fact that they're there making an effort, and that's more than some people. Nobody should ever be judged for that. The guy with the skinny legs, he looks pretty good from the waist up, looks like he's in halfway decent shape, but his legs, just something's not right with him. Maybe he's had knee surgery and he's just on the road to recovery. Rehab is long and slow, and you have knee replacements, hip replacements, back surgeries. You don't know. Knock it off. That skinny chick, you think, hey, she really needs to eat something. What you don't know is she's battling some kind of subconscious thing where she is self-conscious about her body form, and she's maybe working to gain some weight. Maybe she's actually doing something to try to gain weight and fill out a little bit. Maybe she's been battling this her whole life. Body dysmorphic dysfunction, I can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. That's a real issue. There's people that are super skinny, weigh less than 100 pounds, some of them, and they still think they're fat. And that's a disorder. That's not being vain. That's an actual disorder. But either way, if they're working out and trying to get fit and healthy, who are you to judge? Maybe you notice there's a mid to late teen guy following you around, and he seems to be kind of stalking you a little bit. Every time you go to a certain piece of equipment, he's right across from you doing some other exercise, but he's watching you pretty intently. First of all, don't think he's judging you. Most of the time what that is, especially if you're an older person, is maybe he looks up to the fact that you're working your butt off, and maybe he isn't quite sure the direction he wants to take with his workouts, but he's too afraid to come up and ask you anything or anybody else. So he kind of watches and sees what other people do so that he can maybe try to emulate that a little bit and see if it works for him. Again, don't judge. The people with really bad form in the gym. I've seen people doing bench presses and their feet are all over the place, their arms are all over the place, the weights are wobbling. I feel like they're going to choke themselves out and drop the bar right on their neck. Two things. One, maybe nobody's ever shown them. You can only learn so much from YouTube. And if you don't have a person that's willing to go to the gym with you and actually stand there and watch your form and make sure you're straight and everything is proper, how are they to know? Maybe instead of judging, why don't you offer to spot the person? Say, hey, can I give you a couple tips that I learned over the last couple of years? Don't be offensive with it, and don't try to jam it down their throat, but offer help if they want it. Most people are willing to at least listen, even if they don't agree with you. And if they still want to do it with bad form after that, just be ready to dial 911. Don't judge them. Stuff happens. Some gyms, there's a really buff dude. I mean, he's in great shape. He's got more muscles than I'll ever have. And some people think that they're being cocky. The way they walk around all puffed up and everything. Maybe he is, but you don't know. Maybe he's just a guy that came from nothing, and instead of doing drugs and running around with his friends and, robbing a convenience store, maybe he chose to start working out, and that's what he does to stay out of trouble, and that's what he used to do instead of drugs and all that other stuff. And that's his release. That's his time. For you to judge that guy, no matter what. Maybe he is a little cocky. You know what? If I had muscles like that, maybe I'd be a little cocky too. Who knows? The woman that takes too long on the Nautilus equipment, when I say Nautilus, it shows my age, on the Universal equipment, you don't know what her reasoning is. Maybe she's had some kind of surgery, a bypass or a stroke, and she needs to go slow and take her time and make sure she's doing the exercises right and she's building strength back up. Maybe she's a single mom that's raising several kids, working 1-2 jobs. Heck, even married women. I've seen married women that have to work 2 jobs and still raise the kids. And she's there trying to better herself and stay in shape, and maybe she just needs a little extra rest time. Didn't think of that, did you? There's this one old guy, and JJ brought this up, but there's an exact person like this where I go and work out. There's one older guy who does these really weird, strange workouts with free weights and with the Universal equipment. And none of the workouts that he does look really beneficial to anything he's doing. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish, and none of it looks like it's going to get him anywhere, but he's there. He's moving. He's not in front of the TV. He's doing something. And he's talking to a lot of people. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes we'll stop and talk. And I prefer to get in, work out steady until it's time to go, until I'm done, and then I'm out. But you know what? I'm not going to turn this guy away because I don't know. And like JJ said, maybe he's lonely, and this is his way to get out, stay active, and still socialize after losing his wife last year. Maybe, he's had some health issues and gone through some major depressions. Who knows? If he's active and he's able to get out and talk to people, more power to him. There's all kinds of reasons people go to the gym, and most of them are none of your business, none of my business. And while we may have these fleeting thoughts in our head sometimes, the bottom line is we need to keep it to ourselves, kick ourselves in the butt, and say, knock it off. Don't be a jerk. You do you. Do your own workout. Do your own thing. Do it your way. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. And by the same token, if you happen to start drifting down that path, and it happens, we're all human. It happens. If you start drifting down that path mentally and you start thinking about this person and that person and that person and, oh man, look at that. Knock it off. That's when you need to mentally slap yourself, wake yourself up, maybe take a walk for a minute, go get a drink of water, come back, start again fresh, do your workout. Don't judge people for how they're working out. Alright guys, have a great afternoon, and remember, don't be a jerk.